Another weird thing is that the pizza shops that were in question, them using the FBI logo, the FBI said that the logos that they were using is usually pretty, that's what a lot of child pornographers and child traffickers use in order to kind of communicate with each other.
And WikiLeaks tweeted out that document right in the middle of their batches of Podesta emails. Why tweet that out right in the middle of the Podesta emails unless you want your readers to draw a kind of connection, right? Because this was at the time when people were saying, wait, why is Podesta so interested in pizza?
Right. Yeah, I think WikiLeaks or Assange is definitely trying to display something and trying to tell us something.
Start spreading.
That's what a lot of child pornographers and child traffickers use in order to kind of communicate with each other.
And WikiLeaks tweeted, this was a chilling find to you in the same way that last year the James Alefantis Instagram was a chilling find for me and many others, because that was the moment where, okay, what are these people doing? What is this pizza shop owner doing with a bunch of images on his public Instagram of infants, and of infants with their mouths open? What are these people commenting on who know him socially when he's not a caretaker for children, they're not his own children? What other conclusions can we draw at a certain point? I mean, the level of creep factor of that Instagram was up there.
And then with James Alefantis and his Instagram, he has a picture of this little girl with her hands taped down to a table.
An acquaintance of mine said, look, if all these elites are trafficking children and are doing gross things like people on the internet seem to think, if they're doing all this stuff, they're so busy, when do they have the time? If they were going to do this, they would have to use a code language and they would have to be very discreet.
Correct.
And I was like, dude, they're using a code language and they're trying to be discreet. He didn't know that his personal email account, not connected to any government agency or anything, right? It's his personal email. It's not registered, any kind of accountability thing. They had no idea that their emails would end up on WikiLeaks. Pedophile apocalypse, right?
So the other strange email that everybody started coming across and asking questions about is one entitled Cheese. So in this email, John Podesta is talking to somebody from the Sandler Foundation, and the email seems pretty, innocent, pretty, just a basic conversation, until you get to the very bottom, and then it says, P.S. Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes on cheese than on pasta? And so that's another one where it's clearly talking about some sort of code word language. We have to figure out what they're talking about.
Some researchers believe that dominoes is a code word for dominate, which makes sense. It's very similar. And then, of course, cheese on pasta means basically, would you prefer to dominate a young... a little girl versus a little boy.
And the other one, of course, is the handkerchief one. So the realtor is telling John Podesta that he left his handkerchief there, and then she says that there's a map on side of this handkerchief, or on top of the handkerchief, that seems pizza related. We wanted to point out with all this information that came out and this potential of just these horrid things going on to children, we wanted to definitely put out some positivity of how we can all help. You can call the DHS hotline for the FBI if you ever see anything, ever come across anything strange. You can also share this video for truth and try to spread this truth.
Yeah, there's something big here, and we're not going to let it go. The mainstream media is not going to tell you about this, in part because they're some of the same people. They're in the same social circles, so they're just not going to give you the straight story.